Grounds and family, how you doing? Hope you're doing good. Let's talk. Let's gist. Let's vibe. So today we're going to be talking about narcissist and gangstalking. What exactly is gangstalking? If you've been in the spiritual community for a while, I'm sure you know what gangstalking means. It is practically impossible to come across a narcissist without coming across gangstalkers because narcissists don't move alone. They enjoy it when they get the support of people who lack the right consciousness. And this makes them feel like a boss. It makes them feel like a king. It makes them feel like a ringleader. It makes them feel like they're leading something. But the bottom line there is that they're just being led by ego. They're being led by pride. And we all know ego and pride is a low vibrational characteristic. Once they showcase that, it's only a matter of time before their leadership crumbles. Now, gangstalking is the act of conspiring with a group of people against some particular person. That's right. Anything that has to do with conspiracy, anything that has to do with a group of people coming together so they can, have one common goal of bringing somebody else down. That is gangstalking. They can come to your comment section and everybody in that comment section came from a particular group and their own priority is just to destabilize you. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're right. It just means that they don't want you to stand for anything except for what they want you to stand for. And when you begin to show this level of independence, when you begin to, move independently, it triggers them because it shows that you no longer seek their approval. And they all require you to seek their approval. Why? Because they lack confidence in themselves. The only way they gain this confidence is through group. That's why they like to gather. Have you ever heard the saying, misery love company? It is very true. Certain people who cannot mind their business, they begin to want to encroach in your personal space. But that is why setting up boundaries is so important. Because when you set up the right boundaries, you keep the haters out. Haters out. You keep the haters out. And when you keep the haters out, you now have your mind to yourself and you have peace of mind. So, the first things first, ancestors call narcissists clowns. Anytime they talk to me, when they mention clown, I know who they're talking about. People who refuse to mind their business, who think they know more than you. They think they know more than you that's living your own life. They want to help you live your life because they want what's best for you. You see that level of mental imbalance is giving mental psychosis. That's how you know people are not okay. And once you've seen that trait in someone, there's no amount of talk you will talk that will get that trait out. All you have to do is take your attention away. When you take your attention away from people who seek attention, it destroys them. It crumbles their mind. They no longer know what to do. They start acting like children, regardless of their age. So, the bottom line is this. A narcissist cannot exist alone. He always needs his flying monkeys as a clown that he is. So when you see people supporting a narcissist or see people supporting someone to bring somebody else down, that's how you can recognize it very easily that, hey, there's something fishy going on here. They might claim they are doing it for the best of reasons. That's how they always come because they're emotional manipulators. But you have to see through that bullshit. You have to set yourself straight. If you don't do it for yourself, who's going to do it for you? This is why you need knowledge of self. Because when you have knowledge of self, you no longer rely on anybody else's thinking ability. You have your own. Use your brain. Rely on the ancestors that are inside you. Let them guide you. If you fall, stand up. But please, please, and please, make sure whatever decision you're making in your life is because of what you want. Do not make decisions because people think, you say, if I do it this way, maybe it will turn out better. Nigga, have some fucking confidence. If you don't have some, build some. And how do you build confidence? I've thought about it in my previous videos. Go check. So when you see the flying monkeys, don't get distracted by them. They also lack the right consciousness. They're stuck in 3D. You that you're trying to break out of the system, you that you're heading towards 5D, 4D, 6D in consciousness, you don't expect them to get where you're coming from. They have this crab in the bucket type mentality. If you want to leave that bucket, they pull you down. Because why? Why do you want to be better than us? And it happens when you're on the journey to success. It always happens. Success in different forms. In your personal life, financially, in your workplace, your friendships, even neighbors. So you need to develop a tough skin in the sense that nothing else excites you but your business. What any other person got going on is nothing of your business. It's none of your concern. That's way they can't steal your attention. If they can't steal your attention, they can't steal your energy. Because the goal is to irritate you to a point where they can, plug that energetic cord to drain you. The moment you realize what's going on, that's the moment they lost. Because the goal here is for you not to be aware of what's going on. But once you're aware, they already lost. So try to be aware. Because at the end of the day, the narcissist is nothing but a clown. And the people supporting him or her are nothing but flying monkeys. See them that way, because that's who they really are. But they're trying to mask it as like there's somebody else. Stand your ground. You have what it takes. They can't distract you. Not now. Even if they wanted to distract you, they will have distracted you in the beginning. Not now. Not now. You've already done most of the work. Not now. Okay? Alright. Catch you next time.